So I really, really believe in God. I think when my mom passed away, my mind couldn't perceive someone who brought me here not existing anymore.
Yeah.
It just did, for me, that doesn't make sense. I've left relationships before my career.
Dog, you still single? What happened to Linkster, bro? Uh-oh. What are your non-negotiables in a relationship?
You can't be shorter than me.
Oh.
At all.
So I'm good, right?
Good for what?
Why do Botswana love South Africa more than the country they were given birth in?
I think most artists here, yes, it's more about the social culture, but I don't see your Zeus, your Samantha Moore, Mposibina, people who actually want to give you
an experience. Why has Zeus not blown up?
Do we really support Zeus? Like, are we really giving him that level of support? Because he's undeniable. So we have expectations of the artists, but are we giving them what they need as well?
Did you say nobody knows about your exes?
Which exes? Which exes?
Chi. A giant, humongous thank you goes out to our sponsors, Eric Winery. You guys are amazing. They have a wide range of wines, but on this episode, we'll be drinking this bad boy, Infinity Red Blend. It's a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Shiraz. It's got blackcurrant, raspberry, and plum aromas supported by hints of vanilla and spice. The overall balance between these three varietals offers a balanced combination of both fruit flavors from Cabernet Sauvignon and Shiraz, with Merlot adding a layer of smoothness, making it a wine that is both approachable and age-worthy. All right, in case you're wondering, what could I possibly serve this wine with, Tkay? Well, don't you worry about it. Because of its diverse profile, Infinity Red Blend can be served with roast chicken and vegetables, grilled steak, lamb dishes, beef stew, hard cheeses, mushroom, risotto. And if you want to go grab a bottle or two for you and your friends and whoever, you can get a bottle of Infinity Red Blend at any Sefalana liquor store, any Pick and Pay liquor store, and any Fours liquor store. Don't say I didn't tell you. You go get yourself a bottle of Infinity Red Blend. Mostly sexist, misogynist, type vibe. I was like, really? Wow. I didn't think that about me at all. Most times when I'm fucked up, I know that about me already. You know? Like, Tkay, you're this. I'm like,
did you look back at some of the episodes and try to find out what the issues in reference were?
Yeah, for sure. But I just felt if the guests, because I would ask the guests first after seeing all of that. Like, fam, real talk. Should I have not asked you that question? No. Cool. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So I didn't really care about everyone else.
It's tricky times.
Hey, you saw that, nah?
In like life.
Not generally.
Yeah, generally
it's tricky times, dog. But you saw that stuff? Yeah? What'd you think? Did you like, oh my God, my boy Tkay? Or you're like, yeah, hey.
Maybe because you could never catch me out on anything. I'm very careful. So maybe it's because Batapang are too open themselves.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I'm pressured to answer any question that I don't want to.
So
answer.
Yeah. So I needed to know how you felt seeing that about me, just on a personal level. Like, were you sympathetic or you just felt like, yeah?
I don't think it's a lack of sympathy as such. It's just an understanding of this is the life you chose. You're going to be under deep scrutiny regardless.
For sure,
it was like a shame, but dog, this is kind of like the life you chose.
Yeah, you kind of went into it.
Yeah,
so.
you kind of. And when you're being explicit and when you're being this and that and that and that, you're always at risk. So for me, it was just one of those. It was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
especially more that is B-dub.
Yeah, I'm sure there's things that I've said that people are like,
You?
But like regret it. Yeah, that first time Harloko, why so yakotlokeng? People were like, yeah. And
you're telling me about I remember.
But I was avoiding questions. It's just that I wasn't my face was giving me away. And a few people here and there would tell me, oh, you overshare and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay. But I'm good.
Do you remember what we talked about that time?
It was.
I remember asking you about your boy.
Yeah.
Can't remember what you said about that.
I didn't say nothing. That's the thing.
Really?
I did.
Tabz is here. Did she really not say anything?
No, she said something.
She say something.
I said a lot, but nothing.
She say she... Dog, we could open our phones, but... Dog.
No, I know what I said, but I said nothing. I said a lot, but nothing.
Please remind me what you said.
You can't hold me to a single thing that I say.
What did you say, Chichi? What did you say? What did you say?
I remember a question about... Wait, are we already recording?
Yeah.
Sheesh. Okay. There was a question about when last did I get laid, and I don't think I answered that question either.
I don't think you did either. Yeah.
No, not in so many. You couldn't hold the word I said, but you knew the answer. Like I kind of hinted.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Right.
But you can't catch me out on a single thing, ever.
That's crazy though. Is that like? Should I feel like challenge accepted?
No.
Because we have a part 3.
I mean, I'll answer questions I want to answer, but I know how to dance around questions I don't want to answer.
But do you know how criminal law works, at least in the justice system of the United States?
Okay.
Whenever you plead the 5th, you've answered the question. Yeah.
Guilty. You see? But you can't quote me on anything but I plead the 5th.
True story. That'll just be like in people's minds in the streets. Like, oh, she didn't answer that question? Facts.
But what I love about people's minds is that when they don't have tangible information, they forget really fast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, how long are you gonna remember the fact that I said I plead the 5th? But if I said, ooh, X, Y, and Z, and I did that, you hold on to forever.
I can feel that. I can feel that.
Yeah.
Dude, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Or should we say, get to the B-Dub, Africa, the rest of the world. What's happening? Welcome to another episode of the Juice 2.0. It's your boy Tkay, and I appreciate you. Could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided you love the juice. You love B-Dub. You love Africa. You love the rest of the world. And this is where you get all the juice at. Returning subscriber. Oh, I love you so much. I could strike a chord, but it's not a minor. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Click subscribe, let the family grow. Today, we're coming to you all the way from ICON Barbershop, opposite F&B in the airport junction. I already say that. But next to the casino, that's where you find ICON Barbershop. Come over here, get your hair cut. Come over here, get your hair did. They're some of the best in the game, if not the best in the game. Big shout out going out to them. Appreciation, man. Grateful for having us here and hosting us venue, by the way. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. And of course, the other shout out has to go out to our other biggest sponsors. Big shout out going out to Masego Wiiingz. You guys are amazing. And my guest today and I will be on some swirl, smelling in the best wine in the game, and it's local, homegrown, homebrewed, home manufactured. So big shout out going out to them. In case you want to sponsor the big show that is this podcast, the Juice 2.0, the numbers and the email is showing right down there, and you can hit us up. And let's talk money. Let's talk supporting each other. Let's talk collaborative efforts. Let's talk collaborative outcomes that would therefore the English bandos have run out. She's a film and creative strategist, one of the best in B-Dub, and here today to share some of her background, some of her career, some of her what's going on right now, including her love life. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to put your hands together for Masego Mohwasa, a.k.a. What's good, Chichi?
The amount of times I get that, I would be, if it was bankable, the number of times people say, hey, what's good, Chichi, I'd be rich.
Yeah, he had a joke early on our WhatsApp. I was going to ask you, I was going to tell you that we're moving the arrival time and the shooting time.
Yeah.
So when I was telling him that, he was like, are you going to ask her, what's good, Chichi? I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. It's a dad joke at this point.
Tabz. It's like, really...
I hear it all the time.
Hi!
How are you doing?
Oh, great. Is
Your energy is I just hope I can bring the juice today because, wow.
Hey, dude.
Energy.
I'm just happy you're here.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good.
So when you say that early on, and I was wondering, like, okay, is it like a holiday? We've been doing too much thing, or what's?
Not even too much. I think I'm just, we did do a bit. We were at... I don't know if you're allowed to say events here.
Yeah, for sure.
We were at Wiiingz this past weekend. It was really, really good. It was. I'm not even like a house head like that, but it was really, really good.
I feel you.
So I think I just had to leave the country for a bit just to catch some fresh air.
Yeah.
Reboot for what's left of the year because we're only halfway.
Can you imagine?
Only halfway through.
July. Happy first month, by the way.
Happy 1st of July.
1st of July, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Happy SSK Day.
Happy, yes.
Hey!
All right.
Guys, yeah, we're shooting this on the 1st of July, so when it airs, you already know.
Yeah.
We're celebrating the first president of the nation. We're celebrating a visionary. We're celebrating him. So what does that mean something to you?
Not as much as like Independence Day.
For sure.
Of course. But
For
like,
sure.
yeah, I mean, shout out to him.
Yeah. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday to him. That's what it means.
So I saw that you were in SA, man, Pretoria at Kunye. And have you seen how Twitter has been about Kunye and all Botswana that went to Kunye?
Yeah, no, it was Gap. Like people were like, who's left in Gaps? But yeah, I mean, that's people want to travel these days and stuff.
Yeah.
I actually appreciate how now Botswana tourism now is bigger than just like animals in Botswana. You know, events now are moving around the country and stuff, and people move around the country with the events. So I'm glad to see that it's not just a SA thing. Let's go to SA together.
Right.
If something happened in Maung, people like,
we gotta go.
Gotta go.
Yeah.
Something in Orapa, we gotta go. So I appreciate that culture.
So I saw one of my sister's tweets, right? Big shout out, Benizes. What's going on, lady? So she tweeted. It was a question, but I could tell. She'll correct me if I'm wrong, and I hope I'm not wrong.
I catch some smoke. That's my girl.
So she tweeted, why do Botswana love South Africa more than the country they were given birth in? So it was Botswana loves South Africa more than the country they were given birth in because 10 marks. So she wanted people to give like a description, explain narrative of why they probably love. And there was a few responses there, but it was definitely tied to most Botswana during these holidays going to Kunye. What do you make of that and Twitter just blowing about that? I mean, like,
I think it's a very important conversation to have, whether or not we actually do like South Africa. Obviously, as compared to the rest of the countries around Botswana, that's where we go to. That's where we and whatever. And I think it's just because things are really a bit more affordable that side. At least for me, I'll speak for myself.
For sure,
life is just cheaper. Like things are because the Pula is the strongest in the block.
Yeah,
and that's where you get a lot of amenities and experiences. Just naturally, that's where you gravitate to. And in Botswana, traveling is really, really expensive. It's very inconvenient. You know, as someone who's actually traveled around the country a lot, I can tell you there's places where it's actually terrible to drive in and stuff. But I think the conversation needs to be had more.
Of course.
I think the powers that be listen when a lot of us speak about these things. And I mean, we're trying, if you think about that, I mean, this is not a BTO plug, but there's a whole calendar of events where people are trying to push social tourism and everything. So she's not wrong.
She's not wrong for
She's not wrong. There is a lot left to be desired locally as far as prices.
Yeah.
As far as campaigns, pushing people to want to know their country and things like that. Because that's one thing that SA tourism does, is they push.
We're going to talk about like your career. You're an artsy person, right? Creative person. That conversation about Kunye, South Africa, how would you compare it to a conversation about artists and the bag they get in B-Dub compared to when artists from South Africa come in here and get bigger bag?
You know, I mean, I don't want to talk about things I know nothing about. I don't know about the events industry.
PR. Can you smell it? Can you smell it?
I don't know about
PR
music and that. All I know, talk to me about film and TV and I'm about it. But I mean, I can have an opinion as someone who's from here. I think it's just something that happens with a smaller market versus a bigger market, like speaking appeal, speaking access, speaking all that stuff. It's just how it happens in entertainment, you know, across any industry. A model wako South Africa compared to a model in Botswana. Market-wise and all of that. I mean, I imagine South Africans also have the same complaints about American artists.
Do they?
Yeah, because American artists get put, like the treatment that they're given compared to, you know, I mean, some things just really started changing after Casper's fill up the stadium. You know, the conversation genuinely changed, but they also have a lot of complaints across all industries. South Africa, I mean, I was at the Joburg Film Festival earlier this year and just listening to people in the creative industry complain about the same things you complain about. It gives you context.
So it's not just a B-dub thing.
It's not just a B-dub thing. Everyone everywhere complains about bigger markets just kind of taking over and getting more respect than locals. But I mean, we can do better.
How was the festival? Tell me about that, man.
I had a good time.
Yeah?
I had a good time.
Yeah?
I work so hard, but I also play really, really hard. But it was, like I said, I'm not a house head, but whoa.
Oh, you enjoyed the house there?
Yeah, it was the music more than anything. I think I appreciate that the social culture in Gabs is very rarely about the music.
What is it about?
I mean, if you think it's social, it's about what's cool. It's about where's everybody going, who's going to be there. It's not about the actual.
Like you're not getting out the house because you're trying to go look for.
Listen to this person's mix.
I can understand that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You're going there because a lot more Gabs people might be going there.
The brothers are trying to get laid.
You know, I bought new shoes that the people must see, like things like that.
Yeah.
It's never. I don't think it's about the music. And usually when it's about the music, it's a South African artist. That's the problem.
That's terrible.
So that's another thing about, I mean, a market is, it's not just about the supply. It's not just that there's Botswana artists in Botswana. You know, that's a big part of it. But it's also about the demand. The people must also want to support their own. So that's another issue. You know, we talk about South African this and that. South Africans support their own and they don't play about their own.
Nigerians, South Africans, they'll support their own. Yeah,
exactly. But when we say, okay, don't bring South Africans here, do we, as the market, as the demand, as the people who create the demand, are we doing what we need to do? Am I leaving on a Sunday to go listen to this person because I support them or I enjoy the music or this and that and that? No, we just either all want favors or can I have a tag? Can I have this and that and that? Or we just don't support our own.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking now? I'm wondering who of all the artists in B-Dub, would you do that for? Like literally leave your house and leave. If you had a busy schedule, right? You're like, man, fudge it. I gotta go see this person. Who is that?
Bouncy.
Bouncy!
I would go for Bouncy because...
Bro, I think I've been sleeping on Bouncy. I don't really know much about Bouncy.
She's so invested. She's more than just the mic to your mouth. But she creates an entire experience.
Can I tell you something though? Bouncy can get it.
I'm sure she can. Bouncy, sorry. But I get it. Yeah, she definitely can.
She's a beautiful woman.
Yes. Yeah. Very, very talented, very, very sure. And she understands what she's doing, what she's trying to do. And that for me, the fact that she really, really cares about creating an experience for me is great. I think most artists here, yes, it's more about the social culture, but Bouncy, your Zeus, your Samantha More, Mposibina, people who actually want to give you
an experience.
And then an experience that's brand specific.
For sure.
Because once everybody just kind of makes the same thing, I mean, whether I miss your show doesn't make a difference because I can get that somewhere else. So yeah.
Have you seen the new clip or have you listened to the new song that would then prompt the clip that I saw on Instagram by Zeus?
Okay.
It's a new song called Intermission. I don't even know if it's new or it's like, because I saw 6 months or something.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Why has Zeus not blown up?
He actually did.
No, he did. Don't get me wrong, but there was going to be another level, man. There should have been another level.
You know what's funny is that now I have to reference this time when I was training at the specific radio station. There's a time, and he probably doesn't remember this, and Shame Zandi also probably doesn't remember this, but there's a time when I was training alongside a particular host.
Yeah.
And he had...
Chichi, this is the Juice 2.0. Come on, man.
You'll find out if you're serious. And he had a few opinions about Zeus, right? And we were on radio live, like we were... Not terrible. It wasn't evil. I think it was just about like how he releases his music. How Zeus... he had a complaints and stuff to say about that. And 1-2-1-2... Zeus is at the door.
At the door! He heard the conversation in the car somewhere.
And, you know, I think I understood perspective. And once again, I'm going to bring it back to us, the audiences.
Yeah.
Do we really support Zeus? Like, are we really giving him
I don't think
that
so.
level of support.
I don't think so.
Because he's undeniable. You know what I mean? There's many undeniable artists right now. If you think about like your Tato Jessica's, Jordan Muzi's, undeniable talent.
But it goes back to your point.
Yeah, how do we?
We have world class.
So we have expectations on the artists, but are we giving them what they need as well?
You heard Tato quit, right?
Tato, she quit for now.
She quit for now, yeah.
And I get why. And I say she quit for now, not to like undermine her agency, but I understand the frustration. As someone in film, I've also quit a couple of times. I've been like, I'm done. But you know, when something's you're calling and you're like good at it, you can't leave it.
Yeah.
So as much as she's upset, I feel like she's too talented to just be done.
She's very talented. I agree. I concur with that.
Yeah.
You saw the video she had with Vizo to that song. Remind me what the name of that song is.
Problem.
Woo. Hey.
It's a problem.
No, it wasn't Problem. The one that were low-key naked.
No, it's not Problem.
Shirtless and Title.
Yes.
Hey. Do you think Tato and Vizo?
No.
Okay.
Me no comprende. Me, I give this a whole. No.
Should we try again? Chichi, do you think?
You know, I watched the episode with Vizo and
with me?
I made so much fun of him because one thing, he knows how to not answer anything.
He does.
He's really good at it.
Yeah, PR is great.
I was like, dog, you said nothing. You gave us words, but you didn't.
But nothing at all.
Yeah.
You see, that's a lot of people's problem, right? They feel every time we get here, then there's a gun to your head to answer certain questions. I'm a human being. I want to know certain things about you, but I'm also very reasonable to know that if you don't want to answer them,
let's leave it alone.
Look, hey, we've got to be civil, right?
Yeah.
And I get so much flake for that. Is it flake or flack?
Flack.
How'd you spell that? Flack?
I think.
Not flake. What would be flake? Hey, Chichi. Hey, dog. So, where do you want this conversation to go at now? We've already had banter. Where do you want it to go?
You can lead the conversation. I'll divert it if I see.
So, the conversation that we started off on is great because we started talking about art in B-Dub. You know, it veered off of what happened at Kunye, what are Botswana looking for out there that's not here, then meandered into art, whether or not we support it. But you're an artist. You're a creative genius, in my opinion. You're a film. Yeah, sure. I mean, she's like, yeah, I guess. Do you think you're a creative genius?
I can 100% tell you I'm better than what I was 5 years ago.
Right.
I'm better than what I was a year ago. I'm better for it.
Yeah.
I don't know about genius yet.
What would entail a genius, though?
I was saying I don't think I've achieved genius status yet. I really, really believe in making it to the final frontier of film and TV before I can even say that, because then there's a lot that I don't know. I know there's a lot I don't know.
Right.
And you never know what you don't know, right? You don't know what you don't know. So until I'm playing in the final frontier and I'm looking around and everybody I respect and on that level respects me back, then I can say, okay, I might have tapped into genius. Yeah, but not yet.
Would you say, how far do you think that is? Of course, there's a lot of things that you have to factor in, right? Also, we are where we are, right? Sometimes the support, back to that conversation, might not you really are the person that you are because of the support around you, right?
Yeah.
So the dreams that we have, great as they are, like super, super human as they are, we need destiny helpers. I believe in that so much.
Yeah.
So notwithstanding the factors that you'd have to factor in, how long do you think you might have to travel until you get to that destination?
I think I have another 5 years and I'll be good.
5 years?
Yeah. If
you guys put that down, yeah? All right, we got to be accountable partners.
No, and if it doesn't happen in 5 years, I might resign. No, but 5 years. I think it's okay. I think I'm content.
Yeah.
I'm at a place where I'm learning a lot, and I'm like, okay, let me set up camp here and learn as much as I can.
Right.
And I always say learning is my North Star. When I'm in a place and I'm not learning anymore, it's time to go.
Deuces.
And so right now I still think I'm in a place where I am, I can learn comfortably.
Right.
Until I'm good, then I can move on to the next.
So you did say that the best way to describe like a genius is when you arrive at a place where the geniuses recognize you and they respect you. Then you would have arrived. Who are some of the people that you're looking up to globally? Yeah, in the film industry.
I think as far as like honesty in their content, I'd say Issa Rae, I've always said is an easy one for me. I really, really appreciate her. I want to ignore that.
You know why I'm saying
Yeah.
I heard some stuff about Issa.
Okay.
Apparently, she's not the most pleasant person there is. There's a lady that was on Shannon Shea. Shout out Shannon. I was talking to him last night. Right?
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
He wants to buy the podcast, but I'm like,
You're being honest.
yeah.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a big deal.
So I'm still, he wants to make a network in Africa.
Oh, snap. See, where it's at. I was actually about to talk about that. 5 years, 2 years, 3 years ago, I would have told you it's going to take 10 years. But the world is now looking to Africa, so I could maybe 5 years, maybe.
See?
5 years,
Yeah, but that was a joke.
I got.
I'm sorry.
But still.
No, I thought about the legality of things on the internet. Yeah.
No, but also the truth is people are now looking to, maybe you're putting it into the universe. Let's put that as a disclaimer. That was a wish.
From my lips to God's
Yep.
ears, right? Shit. What were we talking about?
Geniuses.
Geniuses. So he said Issa Rae. So yeah, there was a lady on Shannon. She said what she said about a party that she had been invited to, and that Issa Rae was one of the people that precluded her from getting in. It was a whole thing. I'll look for the name.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the internet is going to help me. So from that, obviously, it's not a good thing to do to just hear one side of the story and run with it. But sometimes smoke without fire, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, Issa Rae is good.
I think, the smoke without fire also is contextual because there's probably people who don't like me, you know?
Really?
Yeah, it's if everybody likes you, there's a problem. I'm sure there's people where I've made decisions that were inconvenient for them, and therefore I'm the bad guy in their story or whatever.
Hating after that, right?
It happens. It's not a good thing, obviously, but it happens. And this is not to be in Issa's defense, but I think it is to be in Issa's defense. I think sometimes the idea that you're always going to be good people is a lie. You can try to be good people.
I can
but
relate
I think
to
right
that.
now I'm gaslighting that poor lady who has a problem with Issa. Yeah.
So there's this thing that I was told I need to do more of on my podcast.
What's that?
Be personal with me as well and share about me and not just
What do you want to share with me?
Throw questions. Just on the context, right? I put a status on my wait.
I feel like I'm about to maybe. Okay, what happened?
What are you scared of right
I
now?
don't know what you're gonna say you did. That I now have to. People are gonna be like, "Is Masego going to?"
Nah, you're good. It's not even including
It's not that
you.
bad.
It's not even involving you.
What did you do?
So no, I posted something, and then one of my DJ friends, who's very popular in the country, said, "Bro, get used to it. People hate you." I was like, wait, are you talking from a general sense or you actually know shit that I don't know that, people know? And he was like, bro, I know personally it's people that hate you. I was like, hate or dislike me? It's like, no.
Yeah, hate is a strong word.
I'm like, now I got to look over my shoulder? It's like, no, but what you got to do.
Tkay, what have you been doing?
I don't know.
I think there's why would people hate you?
Hate me.
I mean, dislike, disagree with, I hate.
Hate is strong.
Okay.
Hate, you could get killed out of hate, right?
Yeah.
But then I asked, like, what do you think it could be about? And he's like, I don't know, but the one thing you need to do is own your shit. I was like, bet.
You need to be about it.
I was like, bet. Until a person comes in my face and tells them like, homie,
that's not your thing to care. Yeah.
I'm gonna live my life.
Yeah.
So it just what you just said reminded me about that. You know what I mean? So Issa Rae, who else?
Issa Rae, Danny Glover. I don't know if you've seen.
Did you see what he said?
But
at the BET?
But I didn't. I haven't. I've only been catching. I've been traveling all of today. Yeah. So yeah, Danny Glover. What he did with Mr. and Mrs. Smith was amazing. I don't know if you've seen it on Prime. Yeah. It's so raw. It's so real. It's like so relatable. It like demystifies this angry couple, and we've all been angry couples. So it was just, for me, it was very,
really,
it was humanized.
Speak for yourself. We'll get back to that.
I set myself up, didn't I?
You see? You see? You know exactly what this conversation will do, right? You know how talented I am. So you got to be careful. But your carefulness...
now it's on me. But yeah, it humanized this, like, this couple. When we saw both Brad and Jen, it was like, oh, action, so sophisticated. Yeah. But I like how he's able to humanize characters. I mean, with Atlanta, just humanizing the rapper the experience for me. Yeah. It was, I think he's also really, really dope. I mean, I think I'm a cap there because I feel like Boyne, they have a versatility in their talent. They're producer, director, writers, kind of. So for that reason, I think they're...
That's dope. That's really big people to look up to.
Yeah, even Issa, I love her because she humanized, for me, she humanized a lot of, she validated a lot of women's bad decisions. I was like, damn. So it's not just me who goes through these things.
Can we explore that a little bit? As a man, I'm interested to find out, like, what are some of women's bad decisions, if you're to speak on their behalf?
Yeah, I mean, one, what we expect from men.
It's been since Adam, you guys.
No, that was Adam's fault. I don't know why you tell. Adam made a decision and only Eve got punished.
Touche.
But sorry, what was the question?
Women's bad decisions. Yes. What are some of them?
Because you go on the show and you release our
secrets.
I mean, first is how complicated our friendships are. I think is something we struggle to kind of have a conversation about because people are either saying, oh, women hate women, or like, oh, sisterhood, but there's like so much gray area in between in what makes our friendships complicated. So that's
right.
But yes, I was saying what we expect from men is I mean, it is a heavily entrenched in patriarchy. Of course. And I understand why. And I'm one of those people who believes that as long as men are benefiting from patriarchy, so should I.
Okay, I can understand
so should
that.
I. Yeah, until it's dismantled.
Right.
I'm going to benefit from the system that works against me. So even just like what we expect from men in this environment, what's realistic,
right?
What's not, and how we hurt ourselves sometimes. Yeah. How we're literally, the decisions we make sometimes really mess up our own lives and we want to blame other people, but it's just us.
Oh yeah, there's that. There's that a lot.
So I like her honesty.
And then there's decisions by women about getting back with men that are surely not good for them. Does that fall into the category of...
I think everybody does that.
Everybody?
Yeah, I think...
Yeah?
That's a circumstantial thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes you just...
You done that before?
Done
You're
what?
like, go back to a person that you know is not good for you, or you knew was not good for you at all. You're not going to plead the fifth. She has. Yeah. How'd that turn out? Like, I always ask myself, like, what is the expectation? Like, are they going to be better now as Jesus kind of showed up in their bedroom?
I don't know, but what it was for me is that and I guess this is like the psychology behind it and why women get trapped, is like when someone has been so good to you, you refuse in your mind to believe that your mind just can't comprehend that, nah, you do this to me, you treat me like this, and you immediately like, nah, that was a mistake. You, in your mind, you already are like saying, no, but that was too good. Like, nobody who hates me would treat me that good and then treat me this bad. It's a whole thing. But yeah.
Dude, that's deep. Yeah. As a man who has been through a few patches in my life where I was not good at all and I was taken back, I've always wondered, like, why are you doing that? You know? But at the same time, I'd be happy and glad that they did that. But I wouldn't be so sure that whatever that was has changed or has passed at all. And so now, because I actually care about this person, I'm asking myself, like, why didn't you just let me go? Because I'm not sure that TK has changed.
Let him go. I don't know. I don't believe in people letting go until they're ready to let go.
Straight. Yeah.
Because there's nothing you can do until they're ready to let go. Yeah. All you're doing is just making them feel more uncomfortable with their own choices. Like, you can advise your friends, show up and be there. I'm not saying let's be okay with like abusive relationships, but putting pressure on people to leave bad situations, half the time doesn't help.
Yeah.
Nobody leaves until they're ready. All you can do is just be there and support them. And so because I say that, and I say this to say, even in my worst situation, nobody could have told me to leave.
Is that right?
That had to be my choice.
That was your choice.
I might have even have hated you if you told me to. I would have been like, why you?
I got a better question though. Do you think in your experience, right, with people that you've been with, do you think men appreciate a woman who tries harder?
I think they appreciate the act.
The act.
Try harder, you mean what?
Like you definitely messed up your woman several instances. A lot of times. Do you think men appreciate a woman who, after she's been hurt for so long, she still tries with this guy?
I think they appreciate the experience, not the person. I think they appreciate being able to be taken back, not having to take accountability for their actions, all that stuff. Yeah, that's what you like. You like somebody who doesn't hold you against, hold anything against you. But the person, I don't know if it's about the person more than it is about the deed of being forgiven.
I think that's some deep stuff, man. Cheers, dog.
Cheers.
No, I think apart from film, maybe you might want to go back, study some psychology and
maybe
it could double major.
I don't know if I could handle other people's problems.
What? Because how well do you handle your problems? Gosh, I'm loving this conversation. Yo, hey, dog.
Oh my God!
I told you, Chichi, we're gonna have a good time.
We are having a good time. How? What?
Well, do you handle yours?
I'm not good at it.
Oh yeah.
I have a temper, or had a temper, or maybe both. But I go to therapy. I try to keep myself in check.
Right.
I'm very aware of my feelings. And sometimes even in the moment when I'm doing something or when I'm not treating someone great, I can feel it. But sometimes your feelings, you can't rationalize in those moments. But I will immediately own up. I will own up to when I did something wrong because I'm like, in that moment, I saw it was wrong, but I was too far gone, which is not a good thing. But I do try to work on that.
Yeah, I think you're better than me, man. I'm not. What you said earlier on about guys liking it when we're not being accountable, I think I might, and I choose my words correctly, I might fall in that category where I may have messed up and I'm just trying to brush things under the rug. I'm like...
I think it's absolutely crazy that men want to be held to a standard, but men don't want to be held to a standard.
I let that marinate a little bit.
Like, you want to be respected, you want to be honored, you want to be this and that. But like, when someone says, hey, no, but to have all these things, you don't, no, just respect me. It's like, it's a confusing thing to observe.
I've always felt like that conversation is kind of a millennial conversation. Mm-hmm. And it's not like the nature of a man. I don't think people have studied the nature of a man.
In Botswana.
Globally. Uh-huh. I don't think we know what a man is, because why do we keep having these passion killings, right? When there's a conversation about GBVs, right? And this is not to support anything that men do that is wrong. I'm just saying, like, looking from outside, man, maybe people don't know what this nature is. And
I think the conversation needs to be men with men more than anything.
And the men's conference is all about other girls.
I think the first point of reference is men with men, defining what manhood is, because even within manhood, men don't rate each other. Like what a man is.
Straight up. Straight up.
There's you already inside that you guys are very like, me too soft. Me too. What is a man?
It's crazy.
That's like your situation to debunk because.
So who are your best friends? Name me 3 of your best friends.
I mean, there's
your
Carol,
girls.
There's Carol, there's Penyo.
Shout out Carol, Penyo.
There's one of my childhood friends, Kometsaho. There's Mandy. There's Marilyn. And I don't have a lot of friends.
Okay.
I don't even believe in like best friends and stuff.
Why not?
I think. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just don't believe in the concept. It feels like very unsafe.
Friend. Okay.
It feels very
vulnerable.
Pretentious. No, pretentious.
Oh, pretentious.
Yeah, it's like you're a good friend of mine. Or maybe it's because when I was younger, the idea of a best friend meant you're everything. And I realized with people, you can't have one person be your everything. You have a friend for this, because people are different. Also, some people have outgrown some things, and that doesn't mean they're not your friends.
Would you believe me? This is the conversation that men are having at their men's conference, that they cannot have one.
What am I about to hear? Men's conference leaves me unimpressed all the time. Like,
I know, right? So you, Carol, Penyo, I forgot the other names. What do you guys talk about when you go out to a date, go out games night, go out to a...
Oh my God, any and everything. It could be about spirituality, our feelings, psychology and stuff like that. It could be about men, you guys,
Of course.
It could be about other friendships. It could be about work. I think, adult friendship can be a bit more dynamic than when we were younger.
True story.
But it also takes a lot of work. It's a lot more.
Yeah. And the last time that you were with your friends, like a whole bunch, not just 1 or 2.
I was actually with some of my friends just this weekend, just today.
In Cunha or today?
In Cunha, yes. We used to work together at some advertising agency. So we were just like, oh, let's go have fun.
Dope. I want to explore something spirituality though.
Okay.
What's that like for you? Describe it for me. Does it exist? Who are you praying to? Are you pledging allegiance to a God? Who is this God? Are you comfortable in exploring that with me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm a Christian. My dad's side of the family predominantly is Adventist.
Dope.
So there's a time I was Adventist. My mom's side of the family is Catholic. So, I've also visited the church. But at some point in her life, my mom decided to go I'm going to just say fire.
Is it Pentecostal?
Yeah,
Pentecostal.
And for me, it was just easier to be Pentecostal.
Yeah. I can see why though. I can see why though.
It was easier. Like I pray, I do all that. I get into it. I fast. I do all those things. So I really, really believe in God. I think when my mom passed away, my mind couldn't perceive someone who brought me here not existing anymore.
Yeah.
It just did. For me, that doesn't make sense.
Right.
That experience for me just does not, like, you can't tell me she's not here. No, and also when you've had a relationship, an energetic connection with your mother, even when she's around me right now, I can feel when she's around me. I can see when Dad, even like when I'm driving and I'm making terrible driving decisions, I can feel her.
Feel her?
I can feel her. And
sheesh, that's spiritual right there. Yeah.
So I am having an internal kind of like, okay, but what does that mean for my spirituality? The fact that is it me just struggling to let go of my mom? But then it's also like, but she can't. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. But I also understand that conversation is too close to the ancestors and basically then even her forefathers before her and have to be around somewhere. So it's an ongoing kind of like journey.
So
spirituality. But I consider myself a Christian.
That's beautiful. Yeah. That's what you just say right there, man. And I saw at some point, because you and I are on each other's WhatsApp.
Yeah.
I saw your status. You had put your mom's picture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was her birthday month or her birthday. You guys looked so alike.
Yeah.
And I had a question here. It's funny, I haven't even looked at my phone, right? This is how great a conversation we're having. Okay. There's a script here, but I'm doing 2% off it.
Okay.
You guys looked so much alike. Mm-hmm. And there's a question that I prompted to ask you, like, yo, who do you look like in your family, like between your mom and your dad, or even your grandparents?
I think I look like a lot of people. It's genetics are weird, right?
Right.
When I was, because now in my 30s, I've put on weight. I feel like I look more like my mom.
Have you?
Thank you, Tkay.
I got you. I got you.
I look more like my mom now than I ever have.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane. I see it sometimes. I have family members who will see me and get triggered because I remind them so much.
Like that.
Of her.
Jesus.
And even, sometimes my sister the other day by mistake was talking to me, but she was like, Mama. And I was like, whoa.
She said Mama.
Yeah, by mistake. And then she was like, I mean, Masego.
How recent is this?
It's probably like a month ago, 2 months ago.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, for me, and I don't even think she recalls it, but like also apparently we have the same temperament. Like she's also she was emotional.
Okay.
And what have you, and just like a bit more passionate. Also, my mom was very creative. So
this is, yeah.
It just makes sense.
Okay.
And then my dad, I think in a lot of ways, as far as being stern in my personality, in how I defend my beliefs, I'm a lot like my dad. But finally, I look like one of my aunts as well, who's my dad's sister.
Crazy.
I look exactly like her, and I walk exactly like her. But I believe it because there's too many people who stopped me and said, "Whoa, do you know so and so?" So I think I look like a lot of people.
Yeah, I look like my mom's brother.
Yeah.
He's a lawyer in Maung. Shout out Uncle Cliff. I also look like my dad, obviously.
Yeah.
And my mom. Else? Yeah, those three mostly in the family. I think my parents have always fought like, what does the firstborn look like?
Yeah.
So growing up, it's been my mom. But now that I'm getting older and I can see my dad.
Yeah.
Like my mannerisms, even the way I speak sometimes, I'm like, hey.
Who is this?
What,
I know exactly what you
mean.
What
was that? And it's only one person. It's like, yeah, that was my dad right there. You have a very funny story with your dad about something that he was trying to reprimand you on. and it turned out to be about your education and whether or not you had passed that semester in UB.
Yeah.
Would you mind telling us what that was?
I wouldn't mind. It's funny because this interview that you're referencing, my family also watched after, and I was so embarrassed, but none of them judged me or anything because I guess it worked out. But that year I was turning 21 or 22, and my friends and I went to Joburg, and we didn't say Joburg when we left. We said Pretoria because at that time I don't think my parents would have agreed for me to go to Joburg because it's much faster.
Pretoria was better.
Yeah, it was an easier negotiation.
Okay.
So we went there and we were supposed to come back the day before. Actually, we did come back on a certain day. I think we came back on probably like a Sunday.
Right.
But then we were so tired. I just told my friends, let me just sleep over and I'll go home in the morning.
Right.
Yo!
Did you not get it?
My mom called my dad because I lived with my mom at the time. She was just like, and my dad was like, I'm and it's like...
It's crazy. That was the thing it had been marinating in his brain, right?
Because somehow he knew that I came back in the country the day before I got home. Somehow he just knew.
He had tabs on you.
Yeah.
He had tabs.
He just knew. So I couldn't lie. And I didn't lie because I had bigger
Not
problems.
You. He's like, he had me.
Give my
tabs. Yeah.
Nah. But yeah, I FD'd that month. I FD'd that year.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
I'm not sorry.
At all?
I'm sorry that I lied.
He's like shameless. Shout out Frank.
There's no series of decisions. There's no other series of decisions that would have gotten me where I had to fail. I had to go through all of that. So I'm like, it worked out. I'm lucky because if it could have not. It could have not.
Isn't that like a destiny thing more than it's like it's a fate thing, right?
You can feel it you can feel it in your bones. Like the work that I do now, God is tiring, is exhausting, but it gives me so much fulfillment.
Yeah.
I don't be doing anything else.
So for a person, look, let's try to be general with this. And I also try to be deep sometimes. I don't know where I get it from, but it just happens. But tell me about like destiny and fate when it hurts people around you, right? Is there a moment that you feel or could be discouraged that it might not be destiny or fate if it hurts people? Or you could still hold on to, okay, whatever happens, all things work together for good. You get it.
I get it. Especially, I get it. I've left relationships before my career.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been like, okay, I can see this hurts you, but I'm a stick beside film.
Yeah.
So maybe it's selfish that I'm not too bothered by
the surroundings.
Yeah. I try to be a respectful person. I try to show up when I can, but it can't be at my expense too often. I can compromise with some things, but not...
A few things.
Yeah, but not this. So not my destiny, especially now that I know. Before I could have, but now I'm like, what else am I going to be doing?
What are some of the things you feel that indicated, like gave you a sign that it's a destiny more than, hey, we're Razamazama dog, you know what I mean? Like I think people might miss on that. Like it's a few, God, in my opinion, humble as it is, God throws you hints, right? Like, okay, your family's not happy, but there's something you're feeling, or a friend just told you like, homie, that film, homie, your podcast, right? So how do you tell as a person that, okay, destiny more than...
I get that, because, you know, I used to have this fear when I started, I hope I'm not being delusional. I hope I'm not being, because I used to watch Idols, and, you know, you'd have people who really believe they could sing and do a terrible job, and I would feel bad, like you can't even see that this is not where you should be.
Right.
I really didn't want to ever be that delusional where I could see, this is not made for me, and I stick to it.
Right.
And there's a time I almost gave up, but it's like every single time it gets so hard that I want to give up, I just see light at the end of the tunnel.
See?
Every single time something really, really bad happens, something really, really good happens. And for me, it was just like you're saying, the hand of God. It's like, like no, just easy.
That's what it is.
Yeah, just come this way. As well, I think I shared this before, where my mom passed away. It was 5 years ago now, but like, I don't know if it was the day before. I keep getting confused by the date. But I think she passed away a day after.
Okay.
I got a call from MultiChoice to go to the MultiChoice talent factory. And that for me was like, just getting
like
that call.
A day apart.
Mm-hmm. It was a Thursday when I got the call, yes. And then she passed away on the Friday. And I remember just sending her a message and just being like, yo, it's time. And she was like, yeah, congratulations. And she was so easy about it. I think I was hurt then because I was like, why aren't you more excited?
Why aren't you more excited?
But she was genuinely fighting for her life.
How did your mama pass?
She was just ill for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I have both my parents, and I'm not even trying to. I cannot even imagine how it is losing my mom. How was it for you?
It was. I don't even think I've healed. I don't think you heal, but it was earth shattering. I remember walking into the hospital and just the doctor telling us we were screaming and how I was losing. You lose sanity for a bit. I think I lost it for a bit. I just kind of was levitating. Yeah. It's absolutely unreal. There's no pain. I hadn't experienced anything like it before.
Right.
I
don't think you ever experienced anything like it before.
Yeah, that was like, it's like the first time you lose someone who's close to you, it's your mother. Like, what kind of sick game is this? And I remember just a few hours before we got to the hospital, I just had this bad feeling and I was crying. And I wasn't even supposed to go back to the hospital that day. Right. I had gone gala and shit, and I had a meeting or something, you know, and something was just like, nah, just go back with everybody were Wiiingz sapatela. And it was just that was, I don't wish that on any of my enemies.
Man.
Yeah, it's really, it's like
considerably and relatively you've done amazing, right? Career-wise, and I think you're a growing woman, right? Certain decisions that you're making now are better than when you were 21 or 20. If you were to hypothetically have a phone call with your mom, how would it go right now where you are? Would she be proud of where you are? What would she say to you at all?
I think she would be very, very proud. And I think she would say she gets it because we used to argue a lot.
About the decisions that
about my choices, especially with film, with school. I was unavailable a lot of the time. I got to sit life. Sometimes you get home at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. and this used to bother her and stuff. But I think she would understand it. I think and I'm going to sound crazy, but I think in my dreams, we've had the conversation.
Yeah, that's that spirituality right there.
We had the conversation.
If you're feeling her when you're driving,
we've had the conversation. Well, cool, that's my girl. Like I could be driving and just be like, okay, I get it. I hear you. Like if I'm driving too fast, it's always a bird that would just be like, quickly fly past the screen, and I'll be like, okay, got it. Let me slow down.
Do you like driving fast, dog?
No. No.
Are you?
I don't know who watches this stuff. Next thing, my plate numbers. But no, I don't drive fast.
My girl likes driving fast. I get in her car, and it's like, yo, hey, dog.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do, bro?
But also,
I think women generally, I don't know, we need stats, yeah? Let's hit the police out. Who's going to do that for us?
No, the stats, I can tell you for free, men get into more accidents.
Because they drive faster.
You guys just do silly things on the road.
Okay. Yeah, they die fast, but the speed. Men drive faster when they're drunk, I think.
Men always drive fast.
More than okay.
I think women are just, there's a lack of, and I've seen it, right? There's just a lack of general confidence on the road. So we just make very funny decisions.
That is true.
Like,
that is true.
It happens with me as well, where I'm like, it's like, I'm not sure. Well, you guys are just like, okay, it's my way. And that's why you guys always get into accidents.
We die.
Fight for right of way.
Look, I want to play a little game with you, yeah?
Okay.
Can you believe it was supposed to be an icebreaker?
But the ice was already broken.
Super broken. So this is what I call whose lyrics are these? The game, right? I only got 3 because I didn't want to overburden you with a lot.
Okay.
So I'm going to quote some lyrics from a rap song specifically, and you're going to tell me which artist sang these amazing bars.
What, do you guys do this usually?
No. It's the first time I'm doing this. Why, you don't like it?
No, let me...
No, tell me. No, I value your creative.
Okay, ask the questions first. I'm trying to figure out if this is a setup.
Is this how you're having this conversation with me? Like thinking it's a come on. Okay. We're past that.
Okay.
You know I'm trying to protect you too.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you. I really got you.
Okay.
And I got everyone that comes on this show.
Okay.
All right, so trying to strike a chord and it's probably a minor. Whose lyrics are those?
That has to be someone new.
Yeah, very new.
Yeah, I don't know any new songs.
It's from a rap battle. And this is a diss song.
That Kendrick.
Is
it Kendrick? I
it
know
is
Kendrick.
Okay. It is Kendrick. So you don't know the song Not Like Us? They're not like us.
I could have won this beef in Tkay. Yeah. I know nothing. Shame.
They're not like us.
I know nothing about this Drake and Kendrick beef.
Yeah, so
if it's actually
Kendrick won, by the way. Let me just put you on game.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah. What are you, Kendrick or Drake? What are we doing?
I'm music that makes me feel like I can have fun. I'm Drake simply because I'm Drake. I just think catalog.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't want to argue.
So, Team Drake, by the way, let's just, public service announcement.
Okay.
Team Drake.
Okay.
You're suffering. Okay. And there's no coming back.
I don't know. I think we manage our expectations with Drake. We're not trying to have him be the hardest rapper. Our leader is doing it's fine.
So you're speaking for his fans too, right? You guys.
No. Well, yeah.
To some extent.
Yeah.
Hey, funny thing, yeah?
Yeah.
I just saw this early on. Rick Ross might have been in Canada.
Okay.
Trying to perform there, and he said certain things apparently about white boys in Canada.
Oh, no.
An altercation broke up because these brothers are like, you said a lot of things about Drake in that battle thing against Kendrick. Now you're here talking this crap to us? Brother.
What do people from Toronto know about beef? Sorry.
They don't like us. They don't like us.
See, movie. Oh man, this is what Rick Ross was talking about. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But we don't expect that from Drake. You guys have expectations of Kendrick. We're like, hey man.
Yeah, I feel you. A
little sample, a little
sample here.
A little singing, Yana, rapping, and we're good.
What's your favorite Drake song, actually?
I have a favorite Drake album. Nothing Was the Same. You can't tell me anything about it. Oh, my God,
dog. Yeah.
Can't talk to me. There's very few.
Yeah? It's perfect, right?
There's very few press play albums out there.
Also, dog, where is your mic, bro? We talked about this.
No, I'm good.
You're never good, man.
The editing is insane.
No, I trust you on my editing, but I also trust you on
He's worried about continuity.
On jump in. I like what you said about editing in an interview that you had recently. Mm-hmm. I didn't know that's their job. Like
really?
They're actually creating a story out of
what you guys said. That's why people in reality TV will always complain and say, no, that's not what I said. Because you can literally take half of one sentence and half of another one, put it together and...
It's a different story.
Yep.
So you see why I've gotten in trouble in B-Dub?
What?
Since we started?
This man is throwing you another bus.
Chichi.
Excuse.
Chichi. You see where my problems are. Mm-hmm. The Juice 2.0 is very clean. Corporates were very clean. Oh, we are so clean.
But are you really trying to go corporate? Because I have don't go corporate if that's not what you want to talk about or that's not what you want to talk like.
No, but the thing is, with me, I'm multi-talented.
But is this platform multi?
This platform is multi.
I mean, that's word, yeah. Can it live everywhere? It can't live everywhere.
No, that for sure. But there's a plan that we have to have the Juice 2.0 incorporate corporates.
Have you had a good experience? Okay.
Experience with corporates?
Like just being able to maintain the show, the style of the show.
Have you seen my stuff that's corporate on the Juice 2.0?
See, that's the thing.
I did the global expo.
I don't want to hear about people talking about the global expo.
Okay. I did.
See, when I come to the Juice 2.0, I know what I'm coming for. I'm not coming.
I feel you.
For the global expo.
I feel you.
So that's what I'm saying is like, do you really want it to be any like...
Yeah, so obviously to cater for the corporates, now I'm giving out my stuff.
Do you have to cater for the corporates?
I have to. Do you know what kind of money those people have?
Okay.
We cannot survive as
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Trust
true.
me. At the end of the day, I gotta appeal to, the lady is damsel in distress. All right, we might have to open another bottle. Where's the bottle?
Open another bottle. Wait, how long is this episode usually?
It's 1:30, an hour, 30 minutes.
Haven't we been talking for an hour, 30 minutes?
Not at all. See? How much time we got, Tabz?
We're at 62.
See?
Yeah, 28 more minutes.
28 more minutes. So we're good, but we might not have to open another bottle though.
Yeah.
Bottle of Infinity Red Blend is what we're talking about. Go get it. Pick and Pay, Fours, and Cephalana. All right? Peace. Help me get paid, please.
Yes. This tastes really good.
You like it?
Please give him money.
Please.
Please give him money.
Oh, Chi, I'm having such a great time with you. So the last lyrics, right? Oh, two last ones. And this, to me, felt like, oh my God, bro. And this guy, South African, he just broke out.
Oh my God. Okay.
He just broke out.
Well, why do you have faith in me? Like, you have a lot of faith in me as far as, like, music?
Because you're my nigga.
I feel like Wiiingz would be better for this game.
Shout out Wiiingz. Tweeting about Cunha and stuff. We see you, girl. How is why so, by the way? Anyway. She said there are no men in Gap City. She tweeted that.
No,
You agree? Dog, you still single? What happened to Linkster, bro? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's my friend.
That's the juice right there.
You see how I give myself away? Nah, that's my friend.
Mm-hmm. Been over?
That's my friend.
I bet. Y'all were cute, though.
What if we still are?
You're not saying that, though. So that's definitely a no.
That's not what I'm
saying.
saying.
That's it. That's not what you're saying. Shout out Linkster, man. That's my brother. What
Shout
he did
out.
on Pull Up, man, that song is forever my favorite.
Shout out to Linkster.
You guys' favorite memory? Do you have any? Can you share? Are you comfortable to share or?
I'm comfortable to share. I just like to be mindful of other people. And I don't know if he likes his business out there like that, but like, yeah, that's
man,
my
he'd be alright, bro.
I don't know. I didn't ask him.
Linkster
He doesn't even
be
know I'm doing this, and that's my friend.
He probably wants you back. See? My spiritual just kicked in. What was that, Jesus?
Oh, God. No, I don't know that he's big on...
How was your relationship with Linkster, man?
No, that was my homie.
Yeah?
That was my friend.
Had a
That was
good
my
time?
best friend, yeah.
How long was it?
It was about 3 years.
3 years? Dog, that's a long time. Gap City standards.
I'm so sorry.
Gap City standards. Why are you sorry to Linkster?
Because I don't know if he wants me to talk about it.
No,
So it's just
you still care about him?
That's my friend, yes. I'm still very clear about that.
Who broke it up? Because then that should determine whether you should care about him or not.
We decided together.
Never.
We decided together.
There's nothing like that.
We did, though.
But somebody brought up the topic. Somebody brought the conversation up. Like, yo, babe, we've been good. A divorce, you know I'm an attorney, right?
I wasn't married.
No, I was about to give an example.
I missed that. You're putting me on a stand. No. That's my friend.
You brought it up? You brought it up, I
That's
feel.
true. That's true. I brought it to the table.
Yeah.
But we're good. We're friends. We were friends before we dated and we're cool now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel, you know what? I've never really hung out with Linkster.
Mm-hmm. They have. You guys have, right? Yeah, he has.
You have?
Yeah, they have music together, actually.
How come I'm the only person in this room that hasn't? Yo, Linkster, bro, come on. But from what I see and the music that I listen that he has put out, he just seems to be a great guy.
Yeah, he's really, really one of the things that I appreciate about him is he doesn't compromise. Like he won't put out something just to put it out.
Yeah.
Like he's very like that.
Yeah.
Detail oriented. Yeah, he'd rather not.
Is he a kind person?
He's a very kind person.
Is he generous person?
He's a generous person.
He's a giver.
Yes. He's a giver. Jesus. Yeah, he is. You try to Linky, you can talk to him and find out if he's all these things. You'll come.
What was the best thing he ever gave to you? In your opinion, as best?
He's really keen on like, you know what? It might not even been a materialistic thing. So I'm very headstrong and I'm like,
we need that bottle.
Very like independent and I'm very like stubborn and like I can be very intense, but I've never been worried about that with him. The best thing he did for me was give me a safe space. I could do whatever I wanted. I could climb on tables and dance. I could go to church and pray. I could be every version of myself.
But you know, that's not a lot of Gabs niggas, right?
Yeah.
You know that? Mm-hmm. Do you know that for a fact?
Yeah, I know that.
Most Gabs niggas can't do that. Like give a woman a safe... Gentlemen, I'm sorry, but hey, I always hear these stories, right? Hey, don't go there. Hey, don't do that. Hey, he wasn't like that with you.
I could be whoever I wanted to be at any point in time.
But would you still respect him?
Yeah, yes. I really, really, I think I'm already having this conversation. Before Linky, I didn't really fare out well with relationships. My temper it would get to that point where I just say, I don't really want to be in this anymore, and I'd be out, right? But with him, I was being respected. I could do the silliest thing. I haven't lost even a little bit of respect
from him.
Yeah. So it was very easy to like give it back because even at my worst, you're still giving me the respect.
That's love. That's love.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus Christ right there. Even at our worst. What is that?
Yeah.
Right?
That our worst, we're still worthy of.
We're still worthy
love.
of his love, right? Yeah. And it's not a lot of people that can do that.
This feels like a therapy session. I better not go back
Where
to
do you think you're going, huh? Freaking, bro, this is the juice, too.
I mean, yeah, I just hope he'll be good with this.
Nah, I think, that's my phone.
He'll be fine.
Without a cover. Guys, please buy me a cover.
Lena, Apple City shout-outs.
Apple City, please give me a cover, a sponsorship, right? Shout out. Okay, you know your business.
Yeah.
You know your business. Speaking of business, right?
Mm-hmm.
You are a film and creative strategist.
Yeah.
Are we going to wrap up this conversation on that serious note, or it could still be silly?
You can keep it silly.
We can keep it silly, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm having a good time, man. Like, yeah.
Okay.
But just to touch on what's serious and what you're up to.
Yeah.
I hear there's a YTV thing that's going on.
Yes.
Tell B-Dub, man. I'm interested in that.
Okay, so I work for YTV as head of content and partnerships. So one of our partners, Africa XP, we're working together to aggregate content. So if you know in Botswana, there's a lot of shelved content because you work at Itenda and stuff. So people shoot and then the work never sees the light of day.
Right.
But also as YTV, one of the models that we use is licensing.
Right.
So we figured, okay, we have a distribution partner called Africa XP, who's putting us on who puts us on content, vice versa.
Nice.
Let's maybe close the gap and link Botswana producers to this distributor, because we're not a distributor. We are a distribution platform, but we also get shows from distributors. Yeah. So we're like, okay, maybe let's close the gap on the value chain, because a lot of producers in Botswana have a license and they're like, I'm going to get peanuts for my content. But the way that model works is you're supposed to be distributing to multiple platforms to make money back. So we just want to link Botswana to that distribution partner, and then hopefully there'll be, get an opportunity to be seen in different platforms across the continent.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
But the funny thing that most people might not know is that you dreaded a corporate desk job.
Yeah.
How's that coming up?
I do a lot of field work. I love it. I still I'm hands-on with a lot of shows. Right. I still get that thrill, that rush that we all kind of seek. And I remember there's a quote that really inspired me recently. It was during Miss Universe, and people were just complaining about what the judges did to our Chombo. And she said, wherever you are, and especially in positions where you have power, do the right thing. And for me, I always want to try and do the right thing. Sometimes, yes, the right thing is inconvenient to a few people, to everybody else. If it's the right thing for the industry, if it's the right thing for the job, that's what I try to do. And the way I'm learning now, okay, what's the right way to do this? What's not the right way to do this? So
with the corporate job and the dread that you had, it was really premised on the fact that you didn't think it was going to give you like expression, power, and be who you are. So how are you able to now balance that? Because I think you would attest that there's still a little bit of like control with corporates.
Yeah.
It comes without asking, really. But how do you balance who you are and your expression against that?
I don't even think it hasn't even come to that where it's so, it hasn't. I think I'm fortunate in that the people who I work with trust me, they trust my input.
There we go.
So I can make decisions. And also I think trust also comes with being able to hear people when they advise you. So because I'm able to stop and listen, I haven't had that issue. You know, it's never affected my creativity. The whole point of being a creative is to be malleable and adjustable. And I think I've managed to keep that while also trying to make decisions that make business sense. Because you can be creative all you want, but if it doesn't make business sense, if it doesn't appeal to a certain market or a certain client, then it makes no sense. But I think also having my experience in advertising helps a great deal.
Yeah.
See the gaps. But I'm not suffering.
You're good.
I'm good.
You're straight. You're coming out of the Talent Factory multi-choice.
That was 4 years ago. I think.
So listen to this question, right? Right? Because I already know it's been 4 years.
Yeah.
Right? And that conversation at some point shaped who you were, right? And possibly where you're coming from and where you were supposed to go because of that.
Yeah.
Lusaka happened. Great. You know what I mean? Amazing things. How much of that do you hold on to still now as far as influence is concerned towards what you're trying to do for your career and where you're working at?
I think with film or in the creative space in general, you're only as good as your last job. And I think that's why I say, that's why I say that was 4 years ago. In 2021, 2022, it mattered. Yes, it opened doors for me, but nobody now is listening to, you were in the multi-choice talent factory 4 years ago.
Straight up.
People want to know what I'm doing now, what I did this past week, what I did as far as like what I say I am.
What you said with Tkay on the Juice 2.0.
Exactly. I'll be holding the accountability, yes. But people only want to know about the most important thing you've done and the most recent thing you've done.
Right.
And yes, multi-choice talent factory is one of the most important things I've done, but it's not the most recent thing.
Of course.
So I need to strike a balance, but I'll be fine.
I love that. So they say you're also a content strategist. What is that? What do you do as a strategist?
So
for the people that look, there's a lot of misconceptions.
Yeah.
People are doing a lot of things wrong.
Yeah. And I might do a few things wrong here and there. I'm not like But content strategy is really creating campaigns or weaving stories that make sense for a particular group of people. So sometimes it might be client, sometimes it might be target market, but it's really just about like filling the gaps. Okay, what's your brand? Okay, your brand is X, Y, and Z. You're speaking to Gen Z. You want this, what? What's your ROI? What do you want? Okay, how can we make that happen for you via content? So sometimes we'll create curated, experiences, curated TV shows, curated content, depending on what it is you're trying to achieve. Vice versa, target market. What do these people sound like? What do they look like? How do you present them? How do we get them? What do you want them? What do you want this to achieve?
Strategy, dog.
Exactly. There's a lot of that I now have to just sit with clients, hear what they want to achieve, who they're trying to talk to, put together proposals.
See where you fit in.
Exactly. So that's basically.
All right. So here's a big, quick, and very quick, by the way, association. Okay? Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
I
feel like you've asked me this question before.
Was it on our first? Nah.
I don't know, but I've heard this question before.
All right, texts or calls?
Oh my God. Not texts, not SMSs, but WhatsApps. Also, don't VN me because half the time I'm in meetings or something and I'm going to forget about your VN. I'm really big on texts, but not an SMS.
You know what they say about forgetting things that you've been sent? You don't care about these people.
No, that's not the truth.
Really?
That's not the truth.
Really? If Jesus texted you now, do you think you'd forget about that text?
Depends on what I'm doing at the time.
Jesus.
Guys, there's a lot going on in life. We're going through a lot. We're going through a lot. And sometimes I'll be like, okay, this is urgent. I need to reply. But I need to be present in this room as well. Let me reply when I get out. And then you forget. I'm really, really forgetful.
Facts.
It's not that you're not important. I probably have VNs I haven't responded. People are going to...
Yeah. In your phones right now, yeah? You probably... Yeah, well. Guys, go at her.
No, please text if I don't pick up.
As soon as you see this clip and Masego has a VN, she hasn't listened and it's from you.
But I love you and you're important. And you...
Yeah, she doesn't love you. You're not that important.
That's not... Okay, that's not the truth.
Yeah, that's just the truth. Yeah. All right. If you had to cast a love and hip hop beat dub,
Oh, Jesus.
it's not a lot of them though, but who would you cast?
I mean, it would, off the dome, it would be Banty.
Banty? Oh yeah, with this woman, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vizo.
With who?
He doesn't, the casting, you don't have to have a girlfriend. He can have, they'll come to the show, don't worry.
Yo.
We'll find out about them, because if you follow Vizo around enough, you might catch him on some.
That's my nigga.
I have to say ATI because we really want to know his story.
Yeah, we gotta know.
We
ATI.
really need to know what's going
though.
on.
Also, should I say like copyrights, right?
Yeah, if this happens.
If this happens, then I need to be involved.
Yeah. I feel like I would have Benitez in it. Who else? I think what's this girl's name? Washing the bag. I think. Yes.
What's her name?
Yes.
Nansila Cheska.
I think she has a certain kind of
right.
energy to her that would be really,
no
really
Scar,
great.
no ATI. They both got girls, women.
I mean, I think, and Scar. I just think maybe this is my perception. He's, for me, watching the podcast sometimes, he's really trying not to be too. He's a goat in a way. It's like, I wouldn't bring him and Zeus into this chaos.
Just so they can preserve their
for me, for
goat
preservation status. And this is not to say we don't want to protect Banty and Vizo. It's just that the audience, and I think target market, this is strategy as well. When I think target market, I wouldn't want to see Scar and Zeus just go on the show and have to deal with
love
what
and
happens exactly.
Yeah.
But of course, they always 1-2 episodes where they come and talk to you. You know what I mean?
Give some advice to the younger generation.
I think so. But
dog, you gotta check the song that I told you about. Yeah, Intermissions.
I will.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Your biggest pet peeve is what?
A man who doesn't text me good morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's very important to you.
Yeah, I'm terrible in the morning. So if you're aware enough, you just have to check. Just start my morning off with a good morning.
No, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. And then, what is your biggest fetish? What's your fetish? Hey, I don't gotta call my brother, innit? Because I'll call him on air right now.
You don't have his number. Don't call that.
Is that a dare?
Don't call that man. Don't call that man. Fetish. I don't have fetishes. I don't have fetishes.
Is that a PR thing or is like a real thing?
No, I go to church, dog. I don't do those things.
All right. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Right. Hallelujah. We love you, Lord.
This is how you dodge a question.
Hey, exhibit. What's the most outrageous thing you've ever done for love?
I moved cities.
Oh. When was this? You moved cities. You've been in Gebs you moved from Piquet, right? How old were you when you moved from Piquet?
I was 15.
My
dad still lived there, so I still spent a big amount of time there.
But at 15, that was for love?
No.
Oh, which cities are we talking about? Joburg?
You trying to be slick.
Did it turn out okay, though? Your movement to another city for love turned out great? I doubt that, though. Yeah. Because why'd you come back?
For work.
Nope.
I came back for work.
If love was as good for you to move out, it should have been as good for you to stay there.
But I have a career that I have to also...
Love and career. You kidding me? Never. There's nothing like that. No.
Career over love. I love my career as well, so...
Chichi, you would choose career over love? You're not that kind of person.
I actually am.
Are you really?
Yeah, I actually am. Actually, my career is forever. Men are not. No. That time I did go back. I went there for love.
Man, how old were you?
I was old enough.
Don't trend for the wrong reasons.
I was old enough.
Okay. All right, you got me because I was trying to calculate.
I
know your life. I know your life. I know your life.
You don't know us. You only know one ex of mine. Nobody knows my business in Gabs. Oh my God! I hope I'm not prompting people to go.
No. You right now you're prompting me.
You won't find nothing.
You remember I told you I'm trying to protect you.
You'll find like one ex.
You remember I told you I'm trying to protect you. Should I let the gates open?
Depends. Okay.
I prepared for this thing.
Okay, what?
Did you say nobody knows about your exes?
Which exes? Which exes?
Chi.
Wait, what exes?
Dog, okay, just tell me, let's go, and then we'll go. Dare me to ask you about your exes. You dare me? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
See.
Let's go. Let's go to South Africa, right?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. You're talking about one ex. That's what I'm.
Yeah, but I know about that ex.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody knows about my business. That's the one ex you know about.
Should we talk about that ex though? I don't want to talk about that ex because there's no juice there.
We've already spoken about him.
No, but that's not what I'm talking about though.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh my God, bro.
I don't have another ex from South Africa.
Ish, dog. You know what?
You're bluffing, and what's annoying me is everybody's gonna think like you have some tea on me. You don't. You don't. I know that as a fact. Nobody knows about my business.
Sad is here, bro. What the hell is Sad doing here?
Actually, it's time.
Is it time?
No, not too bad. Get the ex to this song.
No. I got two more last questions. All right. Are they okay at the door there? What are they doing?
No, they're just waiting. They have a whole people entourage. Damn. Are you guys going somewhere?
It's got tough Naz as well and all of that.
Thank you.
Yeah, douchebag tough.
Hey.
I don't know. Okay. Oh.
Hey.
What's the craziest rumor you've ever heard about you? I heard something about me.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you heard something about me. What's the craziest rumor I've heard about myself? I don't think I've heard anything crazy, to be honest. I really mind my own business. I don't give people enough, ammunition.
Yeah.
But also, is it crazy? The thing that I heard was years ago when it was 2021, hey, you stole my man. Thinking, but that's life. You stole my man is such a big part of the experience of being a woman in Gabs. Everybody just... So that guy, no, but that's why it came out, and I guess that was the craziest thing. But
do ladies ever really steal a man from another woman?
I don't
think so.
I haven't.
I don't think so. It's a man's thing. It's a man's thing. They can steal a man. How? Yo, come to the mic, bro. Please come to the mic.
Actually, context is important, right?
Yeah, context is very important.
The reason why I say it wasn't crazy is because I understand why she thought that it was what happened, even though it's not what happened. I think I was just cool with, because I knew the reality of the situation. So I was like, but I'm not.
You knew they were done, right?
I don't know.
Because the nigga told you okay.
What?
No?
I don't know what you're talking
about.
No?
Okay. All right, let's move on. Remember, I still got to protect you. I'm not going down because of me. Nope.
I'm not going down, period.
Yeah, at least not because of me, because I wouldn't be, oh my God, I would die too. What was your most embarrassing dating experience, Chichi?
Risky. You know, some of these questions, I wish you were asking them to someone more, someone more dangerous. I'm really not into danger. I grew up in Peak where all you just chill people.
You and my brother O'Neill.
Yeah. Fewer
pretty
people
quite
really.
alike.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you know me because of what I do, not because you know me. I prefer to keep it that way.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Craziest, most embarrassing relationship thing.
Dating experience.
Was this embarrassing or was it this guy I was seeing? We were at like some event. Okay, you know when you go to Joburg and stuff. It was years ago.
Yeah.
And we were there. And then obviously you always see Botswana come through, and then we all decide to like chill with one another and stuff.
Right.
And this guy got drunk, and it was just like embarrassing because now we're not even just embarrassed alone in this place. Now other Botswana are seeing you.
Oh my God.
Being belligerent. It was the most embarrassing thing, I think, for me. Because I'm really proud. I'm a really proud person.
You're a really prideful person. I've gathered that up about you.
There's ways you can move, and then there's places you could. For everything, there's a reason. For everything, there's a season.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really, really bad. It was really bad.
Okay, so this is last but not least, right? What are your non-negotiables in a relationship? You could give us like 3, right?
You can't be shorter than me.
Oh.
At all.
So I'm good, right?
Good for what?
Shout out Chi-Chi.
I need to sip.
Shout out Chi-Chi. Yo, Tabz, why you look like you're embarrassed by me, bro? Damn.
But yeah, you can't be...
Not shorter?
You can't be shorter than me. We can't... Yeah, I'm going to sound like a terrible human being for this, but you can't not have a car.
See, right there, I don't agree with you.
That's okay. I don't...
You're like, I don't give a fudge.
Yeah, I've done my Kumbim Jolo. I've done my share of Kabum Jolo. It's okay. I've done it. I've gone through it. I've done it. I'm not against it. I just feel like I've had my fair share. I drive manual, dog. Why am I...
Yeah.
You know? We don't not license. I think that's embarrassing.
So whatever happened to... I really... Chichi, you can see why I'm interested in this, right? Because I got to speak for the brothers, though. On the real. Like, whatever happened to love and it doesn't cost a thing? You saw Jennifer Lopez. No. Nick Cannon and...
Yes, and Christina Milian.
Christina. Love doesn't cost a thing.
It does.
What does it cost?
When has it never?
That's a good question.
Love does cost a thing. And that's contextual, right? But life, just existing is a cost. I mean, just loving yourself, you spend money taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you're in a relationship and you care about someone else the way you care about yourself, it's going to cost.
Some money.
But how you spend your money obviously is different. And I feel like there's someone for everyone. If I tell you, listen, I can afford, and I can't, but I can afford Dior for myself. That's how I love myself without you, and you can't come and love me that way.
See, I don't agree with that stuff.
I just, if there's someone, then go and find someone who doesn't agree as well.
No, but it's like when you're saying I can afford this for myself, the person I should be with has to afford this. You dilute what love.
I'm delusional because if I find a man who can afford to buy himself Nikes, someone like Oseba today to buy him. No, sorry, I don't buy men Nikes. Sorry, I don't buy. I don't buy. Men only get socks from me.
You see. No,
but I'm obviously joking, right?
No, I get that.
There's just this thing on social media where women pretend to like, but when you get home, you spill your.
It's just.
But yeah, like when you're with someone and you want to make them happy and you see the things that make them happy, you want to do those things. So if going out to a nice restaurant makes me happy, don't try and teach me a lesson. Hey, women must be humble. Women, hey, cook at home. No, that's something that makes me happy. Let me have it. if it's a Han who just enjoys going I hate camping, by the way. But there are women who do like doing that stuff. Even if as a man you don't like camping, if that's what your baby likes, that's what your baby gets. So I think it's contextual.
It just feels like everything you've explained, right?
Mm-hmm.
Takes away from the actual emotion that is love.
No.
Isn't love an emotion, a very deep emotion?
It really is. It's just that the examples that I'm giving it's not even materialistic. It's like love language. You know what your partner likes. You want to give them what they like. Not even because it's a thing, but because love is not a feeling only. It's also an active word. It's an active
But that's
thing.
an after fact, right?
How do you express it? By saying it? I can tell anybody I love him.
Of course.
Yeah, it's not just about what you say, it's about what you do as well.
No, but I asked this to ask whether in the absence of all these things
that I like,
that you like, does it remain? See, that's not love. It can't be love. It cannot be. In the absence of certain things outside of it.
I have the feeling? But yes, I'll have the feeling, but like, it's not just, it's unrequited love can do things, right? And sometimes love feels unrequited when you're not being made happy.
Right.
So I can love you. I can agree with that. Yeah. I can love you, yes, but if it's unrequited and if you're not delivering love on what it looks like to me,
to you,
then I start to harbor resentment, and then it just so there's love, the feeling, and then there's love, the actual doing.
So there shouldn't be. So this love thing, there shouldn't be like a general, global or universal language that we all believe that this is the true testament of what love looks like. There's nothing like that.
Our personalities are too different for it to be.
Okay, tell me about unconditional love. Is that something that maintains in these generations, and what is it?
Yeah, I don't think love is. It's very conditional right now. But
Should it be?
I don't think it should. I think love should. We haven't, as a world, everything is like a trauma response.
For sure.
Every generation is recovering from the trauma of the last generation. Yeah. Exactly. So sometimes we do things in spite of what the past generation experienced and things like that. And we don't really settle and figure out, what does love feel for, what does it look like? Yeah. If 2 generations ago, love could have looked like just bringing a cow to the house for us to slaughter. And a woman would have felt like, wow. You know what I mean? A man could have felt like love is you bearing 10 children for me. Meanwhile, Musadi's unhappy. So what is love? For me, love is just making sure, just knowing that this person is happy and would be nowhere else but with you.
So happy within whatever happiness means to them.
To you and what makes me happy. So now I think there's a lot more room to decide what makes you happy, and we can choose ourselves a bit more. We're definitely a selfish generation, but I think that's born from the fact that we're healing from a selfless generation, from people who were just whatever happens. But we saw our parents suffering. We saw our grandparents unhappy. And you saw what selflessness did. And
were they though? I don't think our grandparents were unhappy though. Despite the narrative.
I can tell you 100%. Our grandparents were, I could have been at 30s, 40s. Yeah. It was a universal experience. It was tough. But I think anybody who gets through the 30s, 40s now, they're like, ish, man, where else am I going to go?
Right,
am I a person?
Right.
And we understand each other. You've gone through so much and this and that and that. We have no time to find out.
I know.
We have no time to find out. But you know
what you just said prompts, I don't know how much time we have, but this is it's prompting a lot of things. I wonder what your position is with baddies, right? Okay. And I wanna put it against the backdrop that there's a narrative that says most women, I don't know how unequal or unequal this conversation might be.
Okay.
But there's a narrative that says...
You're trying to be so PC with me, like you're trying to be safe.
When it comes to these things, I'm not getting canceled.
Okay.
Right? But there's a narrative that says most of the young baddies, say 21 to 25, right? Don't know what they might want after 25 or 30. And for biology's sakes, what it has proven to most women is that when you get to 30, you want a stability, a commitment, you want children, you want a marriage, right? What do you make that sentiment to be against what we see in Gap City right now? Hey, some of our young girls, man, this is what I observed, by the way.
You're being safe.
I gotta be safe. Some of our young girls are going to essay. They're on that baddie Instagram thing. Whoever buys me this, whoever flies me here, whoever gets me in this spot, it's gotta be the nigga. Even though he doesn't want to marry me, whatever pertains now is what I'm focused on. Not knowing that the biological clock for women apparently is not the most.
Biology is biology. I get it. I think for me, I just do whatever you want, boo. Do whatever you want, but it needs to be what you want. It mustn't be what your friends are telling you is what's cool. It mustn't be what a man is telling you is cool. Do whatever you want. But to be whoever you want, you need to, experience some things. Sometimes you need to learn some things. You need to hear about some things. You need to go through some shit. And I understand that sometimes it takes the whole of your 20s to learn, listen, and then you apply it. I'm really someone where I've always been true to exactly who I was the whole time.
Yeah.
21, I was chaotic, Joburg, this and that. I was about it. I get it. I fully get it. I loved it. I had fun. Nobody can tell me anything. But I was exactly who I was when I needed to be it because I was choosing that thing myself.
Right.
I've never been six-pack Savannah, okay, means no, because now I have my own transport, man. I didn't need you to do X, Y, and Z for me. So as long as you're doing whatever you want, be about it. Because they're women by Longkore, they follow the whole biology thing.
Yeah,
and it doesn't work out either. They get married, it happens. Life, it's marara, like there's no right way to do it. Just do whatever feels right, like you're doing the right thing at the time. Be informed, make sure you're making decisions based on facts and not feelings, and just stay safe, whatever safety looks like to you, because I think we do a lot of policing of women, but there's also men who understand how vulnerable women are at 21, 22 and take advantage of that.
Yeah.
I think for me, I got lucky. I can't say for sure if I was in a position to be manipulated, I wouldn't have a 21, 22. But I also don't want young women to feel like they must be scared. Because now they lose agency. Sometimes you must have agency, make a bad decision, learn from it, and then next time you'll be better.
It's the learning that's really important, right?
Yeah. And it depends on what the mistake was for you. What a mistake looks like for me might not be what a mistake looks like for you. A mistake for another woman would be like, this man got what he wanted. Material, right?
I can feel that.
A mistake for someone else might be like, I could have had a kid. And a mistake for someone else might have been like, I should have left him from the get-go. So it's very contextual.
To each his own.
To each their own.
Different circumstances for different people. I should know that because I studied law. Different facts, circumstances for different matters and issues. But you are in your 30s.
Yeah.
Right? Does your dad want you to get married? Is he giving you grief?
My dad doesn't bother me about these things.
Who is giving you grief about these things? There's got to be somebody in your family.
Nobody.
In your whole family.
Nobody bothers me. I think maybe a remark here and there, especially when at family gatherings. But I don't even think like it's a hostile kind of pressurous remark. It's just like, is your person here? Did you
bring anyone?
But after that, then it's like nothing. Nobody bothers me. I think I'm fortunate. I don't know why.
Yeah.
My mom used to bother me about it. Like my grandma once was like, no, at least. And I'm like, no, I think these are things that I would like, but I'm in no pressure. I'm under no pressure because I've seen how people who have them also go through a lot of what I go through. It's
right, yeah, I feel you. We're closing now. And I'd like to close on this point right here. What do you want out of life? Right? Because you are Oof, you're a lot of things, man. And I appreciate you coming here today on the real. You see that Gabs FM thing that we did was very short.
Yeah.
And we're actually playing a game. It was a musical game.
Yes.
We had not really tried to unravel who you
feel
are.
like you know me better now.
I think I grasp it a little bit.
Okay.
There's a whole lot more. There's a lot of PR in there too. And I can appreciate it because we got to protect a few things here and there. Hey, jobs. Bro, chele.
Jobs.
Borot.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I really got to find out because this should make who you are and make what your existence should be about. The things that you want out of life. So what are those things?
I want to be happy. And I know that's very generic, but it means when something stops making me happy, I leave it.
Hey, Linkster dog.
No. Some
you see, this is what a comedy. What do they call it? A comedic.
Alone.
A comedic something.
No. Relief. Nah, leave that man
alone. Is it relief?
It is relief.
Comedic relief.
It
like when you start
serious.
something and then he comes back and
he's not the butt of this joke.
Okay.
That's my friend. Like
that was a joke.
He better have been. No, but I think he'll get it.
He'll get it. He's a cool dude. He knows what we're doing here. Yeah. It's cute how you still think and care about that. It's very cute. Is it with someone right now? Do you know? You probably know if it's someone.
This man, you clearly want to. These are questions for him.
Right? She would know if it's with someone, right?
No, actually.
After 3 years?
I'm very delusional. Like, I would choose to ignore. I'll walk away from conversations if people want to talk to me about Linky.
Right.
Because I know sometimes people's intentions aren't right or they don't understand that we're still friends. So they think they can,
Facts. Okay, so anyway. What you want of life is happiness, right? That's it.
And success. Yeah. Whatever success looks like. You know, success isn't always money.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not the route I want to go.
Hey.
But yeah.
And anything that people should be looking at from you, that should keep their ears on the ground, eyes.
Yeah. There's something. I'm working on a feature-length production.
Nice.
Yeah, like I've been manifesting it for a while.
Yeah.
When is this coming out? I want to know if it's safe for me to like say.
To give okay.
What I would like give more hints about it because we have to put out an official statement.
Yeah.
But as a big client, I'm excited.
Uh-oh.
I'm really, really excited.
I can see it on your face.
Yeah, I think I'm doing all right. I think these are one of the projects that made me feel like I'm going to be just fine.
Am I going to be part of this stuff?
Or that cameo again. We can talk about it.
I'm a good dude. I'm very talented.
We can have a bit of a cameo.
I'm very talented, you know. So
manifesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what else we should talk about, but
I think that's about it.
That's about it. Right? I don't think we left out anything, right? But we didn't try to get too deep today. We just try to have fun. So
it was good, healthy, fun. Thank you for letting me get away with not answering everything.
Oh, you're my nigga. You're my nigga. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I need you to put your hands together for Masego Mohwasa, film and creative strategist. This right here is the best of B-Dub. The next time, hook her up for whatever film-related job that you have. And for us, at the Juice 2.0 and Good Vision, right? That's Wiiingz, that's Tabz. I don't know if there's anyone else. Who is busy always sending me those invoices?
Lisa.
Shout out, Lisa. We love you, Lisa. Hey, and from ICON Barbershop right here in APJ and our sponsors, Eric Winery. You guys are great. Thank you so much. Episode, do one thing for me. Stay juicy. What's going on, YouTube? My name is Tkay of the Juice 2.0. I'm just here to say thank you very much for checking our video and click subscribe, like, and the notification button for more content just like that.